Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Brewers going up against the New York Mets. Well, Singy, he's been really up against it lately. Major struggles at the plate, but perhaps today he gets... First pitch coming your way next. All right, ready to go here. And now the center fielder, Chance Howe. Not close with that one. And this one is off and running. Line drive. Lindor tosses to first. One up, one down. And let's take a look at the lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup must be licking their chops with a lefty on the mound.
Now, to me, Boog, it shows the manager's trying to set these players up to have a big game. Facing an opposite-handed pitcher, you only get a fraction of a second longer to see the ball and decide to swing. But that could be the difference between a line drive and a swinging strike.
Minaya goes 6 feet 5 inches, 245 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. And that one fouled off. Ripped to short. And he can't come up with it.
Sometimes early errors can be just as costly as errors made late in the ball game, but you just don't know it at the time. Second batter of the game gets on base for free, bringing up the number 3 hitter. So we'll see if they can take advantage right here.
One down. And now Gio Singh. Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. Ray, the runner at second with one away. Swing and a foul out of play.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Man at second. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. 2 down.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Hong digs in now. Awkward swing there from the big left-handed hitter.
Off balance as well.
Two outs. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swings and misses. Went back to the sweeper, and it was effective.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back here at Citi Field. Starting on the mound in this one, Felix Pena. What do we have on him?
There's always a bit of a learning curve for rookie pitchers. You've got to get familiar with these big league hitters, and it's more of a chess match. But I think this kid's got good stuff and the potential to be great.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. The shortstop takes the ball.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Now this is in the air down the line. Under it. And puts the squeeze on that one. One down. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
2 down, nobody on. He swings and fouls one off. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
In plenty of time to first. That ends the inning. Nothing doing for the Mets. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, Yohendrick Pinango. Minaya back to work. And right back to the mound. Slings to first. 1 out in the second. So digging in, Will Sohn. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. That's in for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
And it's fouled away. 1 out. Base is empty. That one not close. 1-2 the count. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And they'll do it again. Second inning here. No score. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
He hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this pitcher.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
That one ripped. And foul ball. 1 down, base is empty. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
The 10th foul ball of this at bat. I mean, this is pretty special, folks.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. On the ground, right side, McNeil. The throw to first. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out.
That is 7. Shortstop, number 90.
2 down, bases empty. And the batter will be the shortstop, Ken Yu. He's turned into one of the best shortstops in the game. Pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
2 outs, bases empty. That one almost got him. Foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. And it remains 2-2. And that skips into dirt.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's going to be Mark Vientos. First pitch just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. The pitch. That misses the zone. 2-1.
Got some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far, moving the ball around nicely.
Next offering clips the zone. Count even at 2. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Here's Pete Alonso. Alonso launched a homer in his most recent game. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
1 strike.
And that's a little high. Nobody out. Runner at first. That one fouled off. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. That's a little bit low.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And it stays fair. And it's now 1st and 2nd to start the inning. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. In there for strike 1. And a base hit on a line. Runner around 3rd. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single on the board first. It's 1-zip.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
1st and 2nd, no outs. Here's Brandon Nimmo. There's the strike.
0-1.
And that's in there at the knees. Got him looking. That's one out in the bottom of the second.
No, that was a pretty poor at bat. He just never got the bat off the shoulder. I mean, you got to go up there looking to swing at some point, especially once you're down 0-2. And at that point, make an adjustment, look to put the ball in play if it's anywhere close. And I'm just not sure what the plan was there.
Jeff McNeil stands in now and watches strike one. Alonso on second. Alvarez over at first with one away. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. To the right side. Over to second for one. Back to the pitcher covering. It's a double play. Nicely done, and that'll do it. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. It's an early 1-0 lead. Back here in Queens, new inning getting started. Here's the second baseman, Sid Lang. First pitch misses.
1-0.
And a foul ball. Out to short. Lindor fires over to first. One up, one down.
Batting ninth, catcher number 65.
So up next, UJ. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Puts it away for the out.
Now number 92.
Chance Howe getting ready to hit. He's 0 for 1. That's too low. And that's ball one. Howe went off for 2 homers in his last game. That one the other way. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. The wind to kick the pitch. Check swing, no appeal. Right through there for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
And there's one down.
Bill, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Lindor swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. And that's through there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Liner caught it second.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Winker in the box here lets that one go for a ball. And now it's even up.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And that is downstairs. And it's 2-1.
This batter has to understand his job is to get on base however he can. If he gets hit by a pitch, if he walks, maybe even singles. But you want to get the heart of the order.
Throws to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Mets go down quickly, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Start of the fourth, stepping in the long ball threat, Chance Ray.
Well, these players just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and That's been true again today. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
On to first. They get him, but it was pretty close.
Really great effort behind the plate to recover and complete that out at first. I mean, that ball got pretty far away from him, and he didn't have a ton of time to work with, especially with all that gear on. That's a tough play to pop up, get to the ball, and then fire a strike down to first with the runner going up the line. That's nice work right there.
Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. That one drilled left field, and it goes just foul.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Out to short. Toss to Alonso. So they get the out after a long battle at the plate.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Stepping in, Gio Hong. Struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
And a swing and a miss there.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Back here at Citi Field, ready to go, bottom 4. Here's Juan Soto. Soto, 26 years old, and he's a former home run derby champ. And there's a foul ball. Foul ball still 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Mark Vientos now at the plate. Right down to shoot. Strike 1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
On the ground. Whips it across. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. 2 outs, base is empty. In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first. 3 up, 3 down. Inning over. Nothing doing for the Mets, but they still lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Yohendrick Pinungo. Fouled off down the right side.
Well, these guys, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
On the ground to short, Lindor sends it to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Number 66.
Here's a big power threat. Will Sohn grounded out his first time up. Ground ball up the middle. Toss to Alonso, and a couple of quick outs.
Now batting number 90.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Ken Yu. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
And that one hammered. Siri really on his horse for it. Won't get to this one in the alley. Now around second, going for third. Now they get the runner and a rundown. Tag, and he's out. Try to get back, and that will end the inning. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Pena back to work. Fastball for a strike. In for a strike. Good slider.
0-2.
Just outside. Now 1-2. Struck him out looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Nimmo in the box now. No balls and a strike. That just misses. Ball 1. In the air to left center. Under it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away. 2 down, bases empty. Jeff McNeil stands in. He's 0 for 1. That's a strike, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Under this one. Drops into the glove. That is the inning. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, A.J. Minter.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings. Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Nice grab on the run. And there's 1 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Foul ball there. Next pitch is outside. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Swings through it for the K. Pulled the string on the changeup.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Hit in the air left field. Nimmo. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Nothing across here this half. 9-1 and 2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the sixth. The Mets lead this one 1-0. And we're back. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the center fielder, Jose Siri. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 ball, no strike.
And that's a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Swing and a miss.
1 and 2.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
On the ground, right side. Handles, throws to first. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the sixth. So the batting order turns over. And now the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Sizes this one up. Nabs it. And a couple of quick outs.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Winker in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. And a foul ball. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Down in order go the Mets. But they're on top 1-0. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Dedniel Nunez.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Ray swings through it for strike 1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Out towards right center field. Siri brings it in with a nice running grab.
Now batting number 39.
Here's the left fielder, Gio Singh. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Siri tracks it down for the out.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Hong in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Sean Reed Foley appears to be getting loose. Young also throwing. Looking to get the tying run on base. And that is out of play.
That's a ball.
Fouled off. He was late.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
2 outs. Stays alive. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Bottom of the seventh, and now the right fielder, Juan Soto.
Timing issues can snowball quickly, and that's what we're witnessing here. This lineup's inability to lock onto the pitcher's delivery is causing a few awkward swings.
And that one fouled off. Hit in the air, right field. Brown makes the catch, and there's one gone. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Mark Vientos, 1 for 2. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Late that time, and it's strike two.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Up the middle. Slinging it to first in time.
Now that is the first baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Pete Alonso will hit next. Check swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. No swing. Earl Hendricks with the call. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Fought off foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. They lead it 1-0. So a lefty out of the pen, Danny Young. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. So now here's the DH, Yohendrick Pinango. He's grounded out a couple of times. Back now as it'll be a pinch hitter to lead off, Wayne Chen.
Bringing in some thunder in a big spot, and they're hoping he can get a hold of one for sure.
And a swing and a miss.
0-1.
And strike 2. That missed by a lot. Going to count 1-2. And he chases that one. And now 1 away.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate. Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
One down, base is empty. Good job to fight that one off. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
That one is absolutely belted. Nimmo on the move, racing back. Hauls it in on the warning track.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
At the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Headed towards the corner, and that's a foul ball.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
To the right side, McNeil. To first, 3rd out. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, number 71.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Well, 1-run game, and here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Off the mark there, and a count 2-1.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That misses. Counts full, 3-2. That's a hit. And they have their first base runner since the 2nd inning.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
And next for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo. And that's a fair ball. Throw back in quickly. 1st and 2nd now with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
Alvarez, the lead runner, out at 2nd. Nimmo on at 1st with nobody out. And a big swing and a miss.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
And there's a ball.
1-2.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. To 2nd, there's 1 and 2. In time to 1st for the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So 2 down now, and here is Jose Siri. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
This one in the dirt, and well done to keep it close. 2 outs and a runner at third. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And down on strikes he goes. That's the 3rd out. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 9th inning coming up. Mets out in front, 1-0. Back here in Queens, now it's the second baseman, Sid Lang. So now a pinch hitter, Alex DeJesus.
Big at bat here, so looking for a better matchup with a left-handed bat.
Late on that fastball.
No ball. 1 strike.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And that puts the tying run on base.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
No outs, runner at first. Here's the catcher, U.J. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
This is a good situation if you want to try to steal a base. 9-hitter, and you're about to turn this lineup over, so get a little momentum as you turn it over.
Diaz throw to first. DeJesus back in on a dive.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
The 2 strikes. May see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And the pitch is outside, ball 1.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just to waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
And a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Howe in the box now, takes strike 1. Fastball is outside.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first.
There goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Ow!
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
One strike away. Hit to right, and that ought to do it. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Well, this one was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound today.